Lucas Media. So we're in the second day, actually, day after the fight between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero, in which Ryan Garcia got hit twice with a left hook in the second round. And for the rest of the night, everything seemed off. The left hook, should I say, looked very slow. Everybody was talking about, devinhaney, the left hook, but Ryan didn't have it in this fight. A lot of people are saying that because he don't have the Austrian in him anymore, which is what he came off that long layoff 1-year suspension for by the New York State Athletic. A lot of people are saying that that's why he's not. And then you got some people who are saying that Ryan Garcia is overrated. And some people are saying, he's the goods, but he's just not. His rhythm was off. His timing was off. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Is Ryan Garcia overrated? Absolutely. He absolutely is. And what I want a lot of his extreme fans to understand, because I was on here just defending boxing, when you wrong, you wrong. Ryan Garcia tested positive. You had people on my platform or other people's platforms saying, it was just a little bit, and that it didn't matter. He got hit with the left hook, and talking about Devinhaney. And I'm like, wow, the man he's literally cheated. He's cheated. I've said before, who has Ryan Garcia actually beat? He hasn't beat anybody. He lost to Rolly Romero for the WBA regular title. That wasn't even going to be the super title. And this is what happens when you duck and you cherry pick and you illegally use performance enhancements in professional combat sports. You see, as y'all can see this image, he over there on the ground, confused. He don't know what's going on. And I'm not going to stop. I remember, even like I said, people, will Devinhaney, you was rooting for Devinhaney, and Ryan Garcia, he's clearly on something. He got a raspy voice, and tearing up Beverly Hills motels, and I'm rich, highly favored, I'm rich. You run around with Coach Prime and all these other people, run around talking about you wish you could bring up George Floyd and delete him again, and nobody's canceling him. The only people that actually stood up to him was the WBC. Shout out to Ellie Setback. I do remember he had said something at one point. A couple other people, but overall, people, Ryan, man, he's just such a handsome guy. People were so obsessed with this man's looks instead of him being an actual fighter. And guess what? Ryan, he believed his own hype. You just recently got knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis. You don't remember that? 2 years ago? Where he quit in that fight after he took that liver shot. It's cool when Devinhaney is the one who got cheated. But now that Ryan Garcia got beat by Rolly Romero, who honestly was gifted a title, really didn't beat anybody as well. You got knocked down by him. Honestly, the overrated is there. It's there. He always was. He always was the weakest link. I remember at one point it was Gervonta Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, Devinhaney, and I always thought that Ryan Garcia was the worst out of everybody, and that Devin would have been the best. Now, if Gervonta Tank Davis, who recently got exposed, if he would have been the best, then it would have been cool. If Ryan would have beat everybody fair and square, it would have been cool. If T.O., before he went on his racist rants, would have did it, would have been cool. And I saw Ryan crying when he was at the van over there crying and stuff. And y'all think I'm finna feel bad for him? Especially after the way, like I said, everybody was laughing at Devinhaney, and even historical fighters wasn't nobody defending him like that. Y'all really think that I'm finna have any amount of empathy for Ryan Garcia? No. And like I said, and unfortunately, Derrick James, he's going to be the one being blamed for it. Derrick James, who was trainer of the year and was arguably, a top 2 trainer that everybody wanted to go to. Look what's happened. Earl Spencer's lost. Charlo's lost. Anthony Joshua, he came and went. Now Ryan Garcia, they're going to blame Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is going to blame Derrick James, should I say. And he's going to get fired. And look, now the top fighters may not necessarily want to work with him, man. I don't feel bad for Ryan, man. I don't, or his fans. I really hope that this is a lesson to people to know that this is why fighters should be clean fighters, man. Look, if you win, you win. Look how England, look how they love their fighter. They don't care. Look how many battles Derek Chisora has been in. I don't even think he's ever even won a world title. But guess what? People love and respect him over there. Even Anthony Joshua, he's always going to have fans over there. Daniel Dubois and all these other people. But because American fans are so flaky, should I say, they 1 minute they love you, the next minute they're laughing at you. This is why the best don't fight the best. This is why a lot of times you see a lot of fighters cheating. And this is why UFC, their fan base is more loyal than boxing fans. So a lot of it's the fans' fault. A lot of it's these fighters' faults. But, the whole Ryan Garcia thing, when he tested positive, the same way that everybody turned on Big Baby and all these other different fighters, is the same way they should turn on Ryan Garcia. So, you reap what you sow. Karma's a mug, and no, I don't feel bad for him at all. But I just want to get my quick thoughts about it. Is he overrated? Absolutely, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think.